What's happening, Tsunami?
Oh shoot! I'm, I'm there. Technical difficulties. All right.
All right. So, how's the weather down there?
Oh, you can't even hear me on this.
You can't hear me?
No, Mike. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just- For some reason, this is not allowing me to. Okay. Testing one.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Yeah. Uh, this is where I have to disconnect the
It's probably your
headset.
headphones.
No, it won't let me. It's not letting me. Yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dick Weatherman coming to you live on YouTube via. What is your name of your deal?
Big Mac
It doesn't matter what the
Sports.
name of your show is. Dick
Big
Weatherman
Mac
taking over. No, just kidding.
Sports. Hey, you
Uh,
trying to do a jabroni move?
anyways, what's going on,
Yeah.
big brother?
So, what do we got here? So, we have the Raiders against the Niners on Sunday. What do you think about that game?
Well, after watching a little bit of Sports Center, was that Ayuk, whatever his name is? He's standing in solidarity with his quarterback and is not going to be playing,
Not Ayuk.
or whatever his name is. It sounds like
Brand,
medicines that helps you use the bathroom better. Um, but
what Brandon No, so what Brandon Ayuk told the reporters is, um, so Adams came over from Green Bay. He used to be the wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, but he played with Derek Carr at Fresno State. So he came
okay.
over. He came over there this year because of the quarterback Derek Carr, and they benched Derek Carr pretty much. The Raiders just said, "Hey, we're done with you." And so Brandon Ayuk said, "Well, if that's your boy, then stay home and be a voice with your brother. So if they're not going to play him, then why even go to play for in the game?" So they spent a lot of money on I think it's Jamal Adams. I think that's his name. But anyways, he came over from Green Bay. They paid him a lot of money, free agency, to come over there, and now they don't have the quarterback. So Derek Carr is not gonna be starting. So what Brandon Ayuk that plays for the 49ers just told him, hey, just stay home. Get it?
Mm.
Stay home.
Yeah, I was
So that'll be a little easier
a
game for the defense.
little Snapchat. We're not sponsored by Snapchat or Sports Center, but anyways, that's where I got the little like quick rundown what's going on. You know, you got a guy who's been basically their savior with those eye patch wearing guys, and you know, even with a 3 year extension of 125 million, and you're gonna bench him. Well,
Yep. 40 he's got like 40 something $1 million coming to him uh right after the Super Bowl. So they're trying to find a way to save money, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. So who cares what they do in that organization? They're in Vegas for some reason, but I the 49ers is gonna spank them on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, years ago when when the mall had that little store, and we ran into fans of that particular team. I don't even want to say their name because it's like vomit or diarrhea of the mouth. Would you say?
So
Oh,
you're calling the
the toy bowlers over there in Las Vegas, whatever the hell their name is. You know, obviously they're not feeling Usi. Shout out to the Usos. I'm not sponsored by them either. So, but
man. You're doing a whole lot of WWE shout outs here. Is
yeah.
that something that you like a lot?
Well, see, the thing is, big big Rikishi is a 49ers fan, and so are the Usos. And they're from the Bay. You know,
Oh, I
got
didn't know that. I didn't know that they were
Rip
uh,
Cali,
49er fans.
dude. What, like, one of the last home games that they recently had, Rikishi was in one of those players boxes down on the field area. So and he's like, as soon as they spanked the other team, which I'm gonna leave nameless. Yeah, it was a good shutout.
All right.
But we, like I said, we're not sponsored by anybody. We're all independent nomads here, and we're fans of the game. And if McCaffrey would have won a few extra yards on last week's game, hell, I could have had at least $300 off of a
Oh,
$5.
so
So
you put some wagers down on this on the football games.
not recently. This week it's not because you know use Christmas money for betting because degenerate gamblers do that. But anyways, here's as for the game, you know,
So that Brock Purdy guy, he's from Arizona. That's where you're at right now, right? You're in Arizona.
yeah. But Lake Havasu, we really don't have any. Well, we have somebody that's from Lake Havasu that actually plays on the Browns. He might be on the Browns bench or special teams, but hey, he did it. He's there.
All
He's an
right.
NFL player.
So what do you see happening in this game against the Raiders at the 49ers? Like, what's your takes from them? What do you think
Well,
is going to happen?
majority of what always happens, the Raiders are going to lose. A lot of my friends out here in Arizona that are supporting the Raiders, which I am finally saying their name properly, they're going to sit there and cry. And it's like, oh, it's always going to be that way. It's like, regardless if the Niners had bad seasons years ago, they still did their best to smack the crap out of the eye patch wearing sword fighters, and it worked.
All right, all right.
I still enjoy making fun of anybody who are fans when they were in Oakland, when they were in LA, when they went back to Oakland, and now they're in Vegas. Hey, he still had that shop next to the toilet at the Art and Fair Mall in Sacramento, but I don't know if it's still there or not. But that's what we always referred to as when somebody was like, "Oh yeah, we went to that store." It was like, "Yeah, by the restrooms." Well, it's still the same. Allegiant Stadium in Vegas looks like a toilet bowl. It's always been shaped as a toilet bowl, and it's still gonna continue to look like a toilet bowl because they have a crap team. And I stand
Well,
behind my.
yeah, I just think that that's taking it a little personal there.
Uh, nah, there's nothing personal.
Oh, so this just came in. The Cowboys cruise to a Thursday night win. They just beat the Tennessee Titans. Looked like Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb were combining for a lot of yards. And there's this guy named Schultz had 2 receiving touchdowns, tied for the NFL over a 2-game span. And guess who he tied with?
Who?
George Kittle.
Well, Kittle
George
got
Kittle
hurt.
had 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games. So,
Well, you got to look at it. He was injured. It took everybody to all these games that Kittle wasn't playing to actually catch up to his record. That's cool.
no. Over a 2-game span this year, this guy just caught 2 touchdowns in the last 2 games. So he tied George Kittle for doing that in that span. Just this last games. I gotta adjust this real quick.
I don't really watch as much as I should, or I usually do, because usually when the games are on, my eyes are like doing this motion right here, and then I wake up to the amen, and it's like, oh no, the game's over.
Yep. So that was just the breaking
result.
news. The Cowboys won today. We need somebody to beat the Vikings so the 49ers can get that 2nd seed, or Philly to lose 2 games and Minnesota to lose 1 game. And then the 49ers will get the 1st seed. Most likely they're going to end up getting the 2nd seed, because I don't think the Vikings going to win their next game.
Well, currently right now, the only bet I got going on is the Niners to have a good regular season, whatever. But that's probably not going to happen. Like the best record.
I don't think they're going to have the best record. I think the Eagles is going to have that best record, but you never know. That's why, like Chris Berman says, that's why they play the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't do that anymore. That kind of sucks. So,
Are you trying to be the Swami?
I don't know what a Swami is.
Yeah, that's what Chris Berman is always, when he always like, oh, I have prediction.
Bro, it was a joke. I know who that is.
Oh.
I haven't watched ESPN in a long time. Is he still on ESPN?
You know what? He's with on Monday Night Football recently, or last week, or whichever was showing Monday Night Football on CBS. They shifted over to him on a couple of predictions during the halftime report.
Oh, okay.
So, but all those companies are run by one now. So, like, I'm not used to seeing Monday Night Football on CBS of all things, and it was always an ABC thing, and then all of a sudden it just kept on hopping over from ABC, ESPN. Now it's on CBS.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know too much about where Chris Berman is at now, but so we have a lot of polys in the league right now in the NFL, and of course we're poly. Let me ask you to pronounce some of their names, starting with the guy the safety for the San Francisco 49ers, who got his first Pro Bowl in the 2nd year in the league. Do you know who that is?
I think his name is Tally No Way. Sorry,
Tally what?
Tally Wacker. Tally Nowhere. Tally Nowhere. Sorry, I have been away from my Polynesian people in forever. Wait, I'm talking to the same guy. but you guys actually have people to talk to.
So you cannot
Talanoa?
pronounce the name right?
You mean Talanoa?
How do you say it?
Talanoa Huifunga?
Okay, so Talanoa Hufanga. Is that that's the right way to say it? Or how you say it again?
No. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. That's you recognize that? Yeah, that's the right way to say it. Juventud Guerrero. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I just wanted to have actually one viewer, and that's me.
Okay, so here's the next one. He
Dude,
plays for the Eagles. He's a tackle. His name is Jordan Mailata.
Yeah.
Can you say that one in English?
I believe Jordan is a African. Actually, no, it's more towards the Middle Eastern area by Turkey. Yeah. And as
Oh,
for
so it's
that,
not an English name.
that the other name, I believe somebody wrote it on a palm tree in the middle of the rock, in the middle of the sea. I don't know the name.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. So Jordan Mailata. All right, the next one is another right tackle. Plays for the Detroit Lions. Let's see. I'm gonna spell it and let's see if you can pronounce it. Penei.
I know I've taken English courses in.
And the last name is Sewell.
Yeah. This is where you're supposed to have captions pop up so that way I can see what you're saying.
Nah, we'll have captions later.
Oh boy. No, I don't. Panita apostrophe E.
Penei.
Then what the heck did I just spell?
And then the last
Pani
name is Sewell.
Panite Tai. um, this is unscripted as we already know.
Man, I'm getting ready to mute you here. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
So it's Penei Sewell. Okay. Very, very poly name.
The Soul. That's not a poly name. That's a mixed name.
All right. So Penei Sewell. Okay. And we got some other ones. Let's see. We have a running back. And I'm going to spell the name Jaylen. And the last name is Warren.
I know Warren. But yeah, let's spell the first name again.
Jaylen.
What? Jaleel.
Jalen Warren.
Uh,
So
why
now
can't you just go with the Vea guy? That's like the easiest freaking last name to pronounce.
which one?
The guy for the Bucks,
Oh, for
Vea.
the Bucks. Okay. So let's see. Pronounce his name.
Uh, Vea,
First name.
first name.
What's his first name? We're talking about the defensive tackle for the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
So if you took Te Vita and took off the Te from it, what do you have?
Yeah.
You took the Te off of it, what do you have?
Yeah. um. Yeah. Ugh.
So all these Polynesians and the names are Palangi as heck. So you got Vita Vea over there in Florida, plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here's another one. I'm just gonna name these guys off. He's an offensive tackle, Daniel Fa'alele.
That sounds like something that we go to the bathroom for.
Then we have Nephi Sewell.
Well, that could be a Mormon name.
By the way, that is his older brother's the one that played for the Detroit Lions. They're from St. George, Utah.
Oh.
Then you have Khalil Shakir.
I feel like watching some Comedy Central shows where they're making fun of all these different names that are coming out.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, if we get these to the mainstream, we have all of these poly players, and their first names and their last names are not even Polynesian names, like Haskell Garrett, Samoan defensive tackle.
See, back in Clitch, and I would find some unique cards where a player that was playing for the Steelers a while back. He graduated from Weber.
Who's that?
I don't know. It's a Samoan dude. I think he was a running back, and he didn't. He played for the Steelers, and I found his card. And I did my best to organize every single card that had all the polys in it. However, amongst the moving and stuff, it's in a box somewhere. And eventually I would find it, and I'll get you updated on Polynesian players from the past, and we could compare their names to the future.
Well, there's going to be a lot of Polynesian players coming into the league next year, into into the NFL. Where they're going to be at, how they're going to do, all depends on how well they stick to the. As you know, like a lot of Polynesians, they get into it and then they're like, oh, "Okay, I'm done." They can't take a lot of, they don't take it as serious as other players do. But That's one thing I gotta say about Talanoa Hufanga is like he took it seriously, especially when he's getting mentored by Troy Polamalu. So Troy is doing a really good job of mentoring him. And look at that, he's a Pro Bowl player this year, and we'll see how well he does during the playoffs. Um, the last thing of note is the 49ers this year. They've gone through so many adversity. First with Trey Lance going down, and then Garoppolo, and now they're on their third string quarterback. Just getting back to seriousness here.
Okay.
What do you think about the job that Kyle Shanahan is doing with having a third string quarterback, a rookie, and how well he's playing in the last 4 weeks since taking over for Garoppolo? What do you see as the difference between him and Garoppolo?
Well, with Purdy, he has a whole lot to prove. Brock has a whole lot to prove compared to anybody else. You know, Trey Lance, yeah, he was our shiny new toy, and sometimes toys get broken. Garoppolo, people are moaning and groaning about how he needs to leave because he's always been about himself and he's always screwing over the team. But he wanted to let everybody know that, hey, I'm still here. I'm still relevant enough. But then he got hurt. And here we got third string quarterback, Brock Purdy. First of all, when that name popped up into anybody's screen, they're like, who the heck is this Brock Purdy guy?
Yep.
Everybody called him Mr. Irrelevant. It was like, this guy ain't crap. He ain't nothing. He's just, he's there for the ride. But you also got to remember, he was sitting there with everybody else. Most guys that have to fill in the shoes of a better quarterback or experienced quarterback in the league, they want to learn. They got to take it in. They got to show that, hey, I'm not Mr. Irrelevant like everybody's calling me. I'm here to play. I'm here to take my team to the next level and to prove that I'm worth the money, at least. Like, look at my skills. Look at what I can do to help benefit my team. So that's what's going on, and that's what's cool about him playing. And stats don't lie. Every week since he's been playing, he's been proven that he can actually stay with the big boys.
Well, that's the thing. Like when I watched the game, I reviewed the film tape on against the Commanders, and there was a lot of positives that came from that game. How Brock Purdy handled himself in the throws. I mean, he had an interception, but that was on Juwan Jennings. He bobbled the ball, basically hit it up, and the safety, I think, is the one that came up with it. But the way that he's when I saw him come in for Garoppolo in that game against the Miami Dolphins, I was like, dude, this guy can play. He can play, and you can see that. And I did a comment on it was one of the comments that I did. I was like, hey, you guys better watch out. This guy might just take over and be holding up a Lombardi trophy at the end of this season. You just better watch out. And I got comments like these are the comments that people were saying. They're like, you don't know jack about football with explicit expletives in there. So I was like, oh yeah, now what? 4 weeks later, they're like, oh wait, this guy can play. You know, it's just like Kurt Warner. He didn't get drafted when he came out. I mean, they went and got him. He was bagging groceries in a grocery store. Just tell you, if a person wants it bad enough and he prepares himself, and just like Fred Warner said a couple of weeks ago, hey, he's been playing against the number one defense for 13 weeks. is he going to be phased playing these other defenses? The Washington Redskins, Commanders, whoever they call themselves right now, they were the number 4 defense that came in there on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
and yeah, he took them apart. He really did. I was watching all the plays and everything. He made some really good decisions too, but he took them apart. So Brock Purdy, he's doing his job, and I think if if they go through and they win the Super Bowl, him and Trey Lance is going to have an open competition for the starting quarterback next year. That's what I think.
Yeah. Even if they get as far as they can get, you know, you look at all these other recent quarterbacks that they were dogged on, and let the stats prove them wrong. Everybody was getting dogged on, but let the stats prove them wrong.
Well, here's the thing: when Garoppolo was playing, yeah, they were winning, but they were only putting up like 21 points per game or 22. With Brock Purdy, they're averaging 32 points per game. That's a big difference.
But you also got to look at it this way. One of the main reasons why people want Garoppolo to go is because of the fact that a majority good he's done. There's also an even amount of bad that he's done. The majority of the good that Jimmy's done. People lost their faith in Jimmy because of how bad he always threw the ball away. And nobody
it's
liked
not like that he threw the ball away. It's just that he threw the ball to the other team. That's the problem.
Hey, I'm
going to. And when people are like wide open, when you got guys that are wide open, and he even looks at them and doesn't even deliver it to them, it's like, what are you doing? It's those things. Like he looks, people are like wide open, waiting in the end zone, and he looks them off like, yeah, I saw you guys, but if I throw it, I think somebody might intercept it or it'll sail past your head over the end zone.
Yeah. If I throw the ball, somebody else might catch it. Well, guess what?
Other than your team.
Somebody did catch the ball.
Well, that's what happened in the NFC Championship last year. That's exactly what happened. It's like, hey, if you throw it to the other team, of course your chances of winning is not going to happen. So
if you throw interceptions, you will lose. Well, field of dreams, baby.
Like they say, you can't win on turnovers.
Yeah.
All right, Tsunami. It's been good having you on. Till the next one. What's your final prediction? Oh, wait. We'll do another one on Saturday before the game on for New Year's. Just in the morning. A real quick one.
Yeah, because it's New Year's Eve. Woo, woo, woo.
I might be in Vegas.
You might be in Vegas, but I won't.
All right.
My bank account says you stayed home. Okay. It was fun talking to you, big bro.
All right.
So, Dick Weatherman signing off. See you on the next one.
All right.